Taking a look today at Volkswagen front wheel bearings, in particular the early link pin brake drum bearings and the later ball joint brake drum bearings. My predicament is this: I have these link pin drums that have studs pressed in. They happen to be Sway Away brand name, but I don't have a link pin suspension to put them on. I've only got a ball joint suspension to put brake drums on. This is a ball joint drum. If I wanted to put ball joint drums on a link pin front suspension, I could just go to a Volkswagen specialty store and buy conversion bearings. But conversion bearings to put a link pin drum on a ball joint spindle, as I want to do, I've not been able to find in any Volkswagen specialty catalog, the internet, etc. So I took the bearings out and made some measurements. I made measurements with a decimal caliper and then used a calculator to convert to metric. And I was expecting that every measurement would come out to an even millimeter size since it's a metric car. Now this 25 millimeters, the inside diameter, now you can see the inner race is missing. I measured here, but I couldn't get in exactly straight with the caliper. So I've put an asterisk next to this number, but it's very close to 25 millimeters. Curiously, this turned out I calculated 22.5 millimeters on the inside diameter. Worse, this one on the outside diameter turned out to be 50.3. I'm not saying that's wrong, but I was expecting even millimeter dimensions. This one turned out to half, this one turned out a half. Maybe that's not surprising, but 50.3, what an odd number. But I measured it several times and got the same result. And based on these results, if conversion bearings to put the link pin drum onto a ball joint spindle exist, they would have these dimensions. They would have the ID the same as the ball joint and the OD the same as the link pin. So the inner bearing would look like this: 29 by 62, this number, and this number. Similarly, the outer bearing would be 17.5 by 52, this number, and this number. So now, via auto parts store and or the internet, I need to find out if bearings like this exist. If they don't, I think that's the end of my road here. I will have to find some other use for these link pin drums. While I have your attention, I'd like to recommend people, when you're buying tools, try to buy American made. This happens to be a Starrett. And no, you probably can't find that at Harbor Freight. Thanks, and be sure to watch my other videos.